Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. This is um, some news that is also a warning um, for all of us about what can happen as the anti-gun people around the country start grasping at any way to restrict people from owning guns. This story is from the Navy Times, and it's from the state of Hawaii, where a naval officer, this person is Michael Santucci, is filing suit against the state of Hawaii and the municipalities of Honolulu because um, the short version is he went to a counselor for to talk about he was depressed and homesick at one port that he one duty station, um, and that's what you do, right? You want to go, and the military provides counselors for that purpose for people to go and have conversations with. He was not diagnosed with any mental issue at all, and that was the end of it as far as the Navy was concerned. Um, the Navy had no issue with him owning a gun. He owns a gun, and was when he got to Hawaii. In Hawaii, you have to register any firearms you bring into the state, but he also wanted a permit to buy a gun, which that has to be approved by the local police. But the state law in Hawaii says that you sign a waiver in your application for a permit that allows law enforcement to go in and receive copies of all mental health documents from your mental health providers, whoever they are. Now, because Mr. Santucci went to a naval provider, federal law prohibits any uh, uh, federal medical employee from giving that information to anyone else. And so the police in Honolulu couldn't get that information and denied the permit for Mr. Santucci. And now he is filing lawsuit about that. My point is that he was not adjudicated mental defective or involuntarily committed or diagnosed with anything. But that's not the point in the state of Hawaii. The state of Hawaii has put this thing up there to make you prove a negative. In other words, you have to prove that you're not affected. You have to prove that you're not going to somehow become mentally unstable, right? That's Hawaii state law. Hawaii is the only state in the country that has such a law. My warning is that as the Supreme Court rules more and more in favor of our right to keep and bear arms, especially in public, anti-gun people are going to go right after the mental health area. So, and they will take the Hawaii law, unless the Hawaii law is struck down by the Supreme Court, and it'll probably get there. We'll see what the Ninth Circuit has to do with that. But at this point, and I mentioned this warning earlier, mental health and mental health practitioners are the ones that believe they have the secret to determining who is best qualified mentally to own firearms. And that is very dangerous, because that whole mental health thing unless you have some chemical imbalance and you need medication for it. That whole mental health thing is subjective anyway. It's part of social science. It's squirrely. I don't call it science. I call it science in quotes. Because most people that go into the practice of mental health have mental health issues themselves that they're trying to deal with, right? So if it was me, I would never, ever voluntarily go and seek mental counseling if at any point in the future or currently I wanted to purchase a firearm, own a firearm, or carry a firearm. Why? Because any state or municipality can come back after the fact and say, we've passed this law, and now we require you, if you want to carry, if you want to buy, if you want a permit, whatever. They can do the same thing that Honolulu and the state of Hawaii did. We can compel you to waive your HIPAA right and then get that information. And just because if there's any notation, any indication at all in any of the records, the permitting organization can say, give us a certification from someone who tells us, the law enforcement people, that you're okay. By the way, there is no mental health practitioner in the state of Hawaii that has ever certified that a person was okay, even if they were never certified that. They just will not do it. So this whole mental health thing is something that we all need to pay attention to. So I know, well, go check the story out for yourself if you want to do that. But just be advised, that's going to be the next attack against the Second Amendment because it's so fluffy. Just saying. If you like the content, subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave your comments down below, share this if you think it's shareable, and as always, thanks for watching, and wherever possible, carry on.